Hello everyone, and welcome back. Now I was gonna do my Swedish naughty words, but this video had to be done, I felt. This is Charamel Corn doing a rant over Ranting Feminist, not wanting to debate him. First off, I'm not gonna bring up the past. What happened in the past has no bearing on this video. I did cut up parts of his video, mainly for time constraints. The link to his whole video is down below.
Well, hello. I seem to have ended up on Ranting Feminist's hat. Now, there's a reason that I am on her hat. I want to be talking about her. And about how hypocritical she seems to be, and it's no real surprise, to be honest with you. Earlier, I found that she was following me.
Well, congratulations, I guess?
Asking her if she would like to be in a live stream. The message read as followed.
Hello, I'm an anti-SJW, but I do wish to extend an invitation to come on my live stream. I know we disagree on the vast majority of stuff, but I would like to debate you. Warning, I'm not all too educated, but I have a brain that tries to use logic. I hope that you will accept my invite. Thank you and have a blessed day.
Well, I hope you did not send that thing with that voice, because that would creep the fuck out of even me.
Polite to her. Never really said anything that was too vile. In fact, I even said that I'm not really that educated. So either she unfollowed me because she didn't want to debate, which is most likely, or she thought she was too good for me because I wasn't that educated.
Wow, talk about making assumptions. Are you a mind reader, bro? There could be a ton of other reasons that she unfollowed you. As long as you don't know the reasons, jumping to conclusions isn't the way to go.
So either she unfollowed me because she didn't want to debate, which is most likely, or she thought she was too good for me because I wasn't that educated. Both, I think, are very reasonable things to assume.
No, not very reasonable at all. There are still an abundance of reasons for unfollowing someone, and to me, this here video so far just sounds like someone who's butthurt because someone unfollowed them on Twitter. It happens all the time, for various reasons.
Because if you are going to say that you want to have a cordial discussion with anti-feminists, you follow an anti-feminist, then you unfollow that anti-feminist as soon as he says that he would like to have a civil discussion with you, then that just kind of that contradicts your entire argument.
First of all, man, not everyone can have a debate with everyone. Seeing that the YouTube feminists are a minority on this platform, there are a lot of people wanting to have discussions with them. If they went on every single stream they are asked to, then they will do nothing else, all day, every day. Who they choose to have a discussion or debate with is up to them. I assume they all have lives, and also channels of their own to run. As someone who spends a lot more time on editing than I should, I can tell you, especially you guys that don't make videos, it does take an excessive amount of time to make a video. Prep work, script, recording audio, editing audio, animating, adding text, photos, and the final edit. And then there is the rendering, of course. If it's a long video, this will also take a lot of time. This makes it a fact that I personally can't be on every single hangout that is presented to me. I have to pick and choose. And if someone wants to debate me, and I check their content and I don't find it worth my time, then that is up to me.
I want to direct this video towards Ranting Feminist, who I just started watching a few of her videos this morning. And I'm not this big ol' intellectual being who will ever claim to know everything, but I am somebody who tries his best to use logic and reasoning when coming up with conclusions to why feminism is wrong or not needed in any Western country.
Well, for someone who likes to debate people on occasion, I do tend to want people that are intellectual enough to give me a run for my money, and perhaps even the slightest chance of making an impact on my views. That's my main concern. When someone presents themselves as a non-intellectual, then that kind of ruins the chance of growth in my case.
There's no wage gap. I've always said this. I work a lot of fast food restaurants. I've worked at plenty of them. The base pay is minimum wage for everybody. I've never had a case where somebody complained because they were getting paid less than any of the male coworkers. Ever. And I use that because that's a simple basis for proving that the wage gap does not indeed exist.
That is a lame-ass argument for debunking the wage gap, man. Really, really bad. Well, that is anecdotal evidence at best, and certainly not the best way to prove anything. Minimum wage is not what the feminists are arguing when they're talking about the wage gap. For fuck's sake! It's when people start to earn more money than the minimum wage that the earnings gap is shown. Yeah, not the wage gap, but the earnings gap. I agree with you that the wage gap is an extremely stupid notion. All you need to do is look into it, and it will be made clear. But bad arguments like this does not help. Not one bit. We have trouble killing this myth with more valid arguments, so if you are going to try and prove that the wage gap is bogus, then don't use stupid stuff like this. The easy and simple way is not always the right route to pick.
Another thing that I always hear feminists of any type, or if I can tap into my Christianese, because I know there are a lot of denominations of the church in Christianity, me being a non-denominational, partially Pentecostal, but that doesn't really matter. There are different sects and denominations of feminism. Intersex, all this other stuff. To me, it's all just the same thing.
Well, there we go. This could be one of the reasons why she does not want to debate you. Knowing your opponent is key in discussion. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. If you know yourself but not your enemy, every victory gained you will also suffer a defeat. If you know neither the enemy nor yourself, you will succumb in every battle. Sun Tzu.
So even in that video, I was very cordial, very calm, but very direct with what I was wanting to get across. I never claimed to know everything. Never wanted to claim to know everything.
Well, a person claiming to know everything is either delusional or have a mental problem. No person can know everything. Stating that you don't seems kind of unnecessary in my book. When someone says that, it kind of makes me think that they are saying, I might not know everything, but I most definitely know better than you do.
But I wanted to get my points across in the most rational way possible.
I think you might be overdoing it. I think that a nice message saying that you would like to debate feminism at some point, without being overly dramatic, or as in this case, making a video, might be a better way to get through.
I know that in my videos I usually yell and scream and get all pissed off, because that's usually what these people make me, is this big old angry person.
And why would someone want to debate a person that is overly emotional? Emotions must take a backside to debate if it's going to be constructive. The first person who yells in a discussion or a debate has more or less lost the argument. And personally, I would rather debate a calm person than an angry one.
Hey, that's fucking offensive, you damn Swede, and your We don't want no war politics and you're welcome, Muslims. Please rape our women, cucks. Fuck you.
Whenever I debunk a video, it's very easy to do because it's the same talking points over and over with these feminists. And so I have to say the same thing over and over again.
Well, if it gets you so mad, then I suggest you do videos on something else then. There are plenty of other topics out there to explore. No one is forcing you to respond to these videos or these people.
Really, I don't even know how any of us anti-SJWs have a job, because it's just us repeating the same things over and over again. But it's so much fun to debunk, because we can do it in so many different ways.
Well, you need to have good arguments when debunking, though. If you don't have that, you'll just come off as a stupid person, and then it will look like personal attacks instead of arguing the points. Sure, in hangouts and stuff, people might make personal remarks against someone, but when you're making your own videos, you want them to be as on point as possible, or it will come off as insincere and bashing people for views. There are channels out there like that, and they do get views. So it all comes down to what channel you want, I guess. I would much rather take someone's points down rather than their person. Hopefully people I've made and will make videos on will see this and not be discouraged to make more videos, and, even better, a seed might be planted to make them think a bit. That is what matters.
Now, it could also be that she saw my arguments with Tim Blake, where Tim Blake was being a bit of a prick, as usual, and laughing at the fact that a Nazi, well, an alleged Nazi, was sucker punched in the face for saying words. I've always been under the impression that no matter how radical or how obscenely inappropriate a person's ideas are, as long as they just end up as words and never harming anybody, then they don't deserve physical violence. But they don't see it that way.
I agree here. Even though his message was extremely vile and repulsive, nothing shows stupidity more than the full glare of the spotlight. Most people would not even consider siding with someone who wants genocide. And that will repel most people from agreeing with him on most other standpoints he has. And yes, laughing at someone who gets punched, that is low. But did Ranting Feminist do this? Do you know this for a fact? And who are quote-unquote they? Do you think every single feminist agree that this guy needs to be punched in the face? No, they did not. Some did, sure. Others were on the fence about it, and others did not think he should be harmed physically. You must be careful with blanket statements like this. This is exactly what we're battling against when the feminists are saying that all men are rapists.
So she probably also saw that, took Tim Blake's side, and completely unfollowed me for that reason. There are a whole bunch of very hypocritical reasons that Ranting Feminist could have very well unfollowed me. But I want this video to be known that I'm calling her out on her hypocrisy.
Well, since you don't know the reason, then you can't place blame of hypocrisy on anyone. That's disingenuous at best. You need to know facts before accusing someone, and these facts you do not seem to have. Funny thing here, just a few hours after you did your video, Ranting Feminist was actually on a hangout with Ichabod Helps, where they had a rational and civil conversation. Granted, I only managed to get a part of the stream because of real live stuff. But I've talked to both of them afterwards and they seemed happy with the conversation they had. They lifted a few serious topics and argued about them calmly. And so, she does want to debate things. Which is one of the reasons why I like her. She and a few others on quote-unquote their side do actually want to talk about things with other people from different viewpoints. And for that they have my respect. Who and when she goes on streams to discuss is up to her and not you.
Because you say you want civil discord when somebody offers you an olive branch and wants to have civil discord on his channel of an opposing viewpoint that he completely disagrees with. You shut him down. You unfollow him. You close off your DMs towards him. You run away like a scared little baby.
Well, I said I wasn't gonna bring up the past, but damn. Hello, Pot. Who is the one that has tendency to run away, I wonder?
And that's exactly what your profile picture is. It's that of a baby. And it should be, because that is exactly what you are.
Well, when are you gonna change your avatar to have a diaper then? Wow, man. I mean, the only person I see here being hypocritical is you. You try to call out people for running away when you do so yourself.
You cannot handle any dissenting opinion, no matter whether it's a big, intellectual, intelligent opinion like that of Entombed, or whether it's somebody's silly, piffy little opinion like mine or Bearing's.
Uh-oh. Did you just call Bearing silly? Oh, this should be fun.
You can't handle dissenting opinion. So, Ranting Feminist, you are no better than the low-hanging fruit that I debunk on a daily basis.
Well now, I think it all depends on what you consider low-hanging fruit. Sure, there are plenty of things that I would disagree with Ranting Feminist on, but low-hanging fruit to me are really stupid arguments like one woman raped every 6 seconds in America, or the I need feminism because I don't like pink. Granted that I've not watched all of either your videos or Ranting Feminist videos, but if she did come with such arguments, I'm sure I would hear about it.
You may try to sound intellectual, but you are no better than these feminists that have these block bots, like Steve Shives, that have these block bots to make sure that nobody follows them or contacts them with a dissenting opinion. So stop trying to act as if you want to reach across the aisle and talk to somebody, when clearly you don't.
Oh, you are so wrong. Having a block bot means that you, prior to any discussion, assume that these people have nothing to add to your worldview. They're stupid people that do not deserve your time. Ranting Feminist is not one of these people. I know several people on quote-unquote our side that either are followed, or have had some form of interaction with her. She's been on a few streams with people with dissenting opinions. She does interact with others and do not deserve to be put in the same category as Steve You Are Blocked Shives.
Because this is proof that I did everything I could to reach out to you, and you shut it down. I wasn't rude. I wasn't disrespectful. I didn't say anything that was inappropriate. I didn't call you a name. No derogatory slur. So you are the one who clearly is shutting the lines of communication down.
Well, that is her prerogative. You do not own her time. She gets to choose what she does and does not participate in.
It's you, not me. You. Not the anti-SJWs, it's the feminists. And this is proof that the feminists do not want civil discord. They only want to get their ideological message across.
There are in fact several people on the anti-SJW side who do not want a civil discord either. I think it's easy to get trapped in your own little bubble when finding people you agree with. This is why it's so important to try and get conversations started with people you disagree with. Which you have done in this case, and that's admirable. But you do not dictate what other people are allowed to do.
So, all I can say is this to anybody who listens to this video. Never trust a feminist to want to have civil discord. There are some of those out there, I'm sure. But as I've shown you with Ranting Feminist, it's simply not commonplace.
Dude, there are feminists out there that want to have a discussion. You just have to find the right people. Ranting Feminist is one of them. To me, all of this sounds just like a little child that could not have a toy truck in the store and throws a temper tantrum. So she didn't want to have a discussion with you at that point. So what? She has had it before and she will have it again. Perhaps with you and perhaps not. Stop your whining. And that's all I had for you. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed it. And stay tuned for the Naughty Swedish Words. That's coming up soon. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a nice day, everybody.
May the facts be with you, always.